Hey ladies, it is definitely fall now and getting close to winter. Last night it was like -4 degrees Celsius, and this morning it was at 0, and I was outside having a bit of a chilly time. Could see my breath, and despite being out with the first morning light and feeding all the birds and stuff, it was a bit chilly. So I'm pretty grateful that I have these OXYMELs brewing right now for helping my body be supported, especially my immune system during the fall and winter months in particular. When your body really needs a little extra support because it's under a lot more major weather and light stresses. So I'm going to show you, oh, we've got my cats having a fight over there. I'm going to show you how I took what I showed you before, how to make these really amazing immune boosting OXYMELs or vinegar honey tonics with a bunch of herbs. I'm going to take them now, and I'm going to take one of them. I have two here. I'm going to take one of them, the smaller one. It's been brewing for just about 3 weeks now. Well, yeah, 3 weeks. The other one I'm going to let go at least 4. Now you can do it anywhere between 2 and 4 weeks, letting them brew, but I'm letting it ferment brew for 4 weeks for my big one and 3 weeks here for this one, because it is so cold and I really want to start supporting myself. So what you do, you've got all these beautiful herbs in here. So things like horseradish and ginger and garlic and fennel seeds crushed. We have cinnamon, and we've got orange, peppercorns. I mean, just the list is so great. And you can go to the other video and the blog article and read all about that and get the recipe. Start now, start sooner than later, so that you have this sooner than later. It is a great food forward approach to keeping yourself healthy, and I'm all about that. So this, I'm gonna take the lid off, and oh my god, I wish we had scratch and sniff videos, but you can't really see maybe as well as I'd love for you to, but this is spectacular. So it's been covered in apple cider vinegar and all these beautiful herbs. That was it. That's all I used. And now I'm going to take a little funnel with some cheesecloth, and I'm going to strain out this deliciousness. And put it in the cheesecloth. Now, what I like to do, I'll show you here in a second. So that's got most of the juices dripping through. But now what I like to do is I'll take this cheesecloth. I'll show you here. And I'm going to squeeze all the deliciousness out of all those amazing vegetables and plants and fruits, plants. So I'm going to squeeze it all out because you get so much out of this. And I'm going to do that for the rest of this container. So you can imagine just the amazing essences that you get out of these plants from sitting there for a few weeks all together. So I'll dump the remaining in here. And then I'm going to take this cheesecloth, I'm going to add some more. And whole cloves of garlic, big chunks of horseradish and ginger. I mean, gosh, it's seriously aromatic. And it feels it smells very, very warm. It's not hot to the hands, of course, but very warm. I mean, plants work together. You want as much of their essence as you can. I mean, obviously we're not going to get all the fiber and everything, but what we're going to do is we're going to make almost like a syrup to help the body. So do some more. Space this out. So it is a process, but the more time you spend with your food, I think the healthier you're going to be. I've certainly seen that play out in my life. The more detached you are from food, I think the less healthy you are, truthfully. Let's do some more. I mean, wow. Big cloves of garlic. There's red onion in here. It's very pungent, very powerful stuff. Okay. I hope you do this at home. You know, these, if you make several of them, I mean, it's going to last you all winter for sure, because you're going to do, once you get the elixir made, you're going to aim for 1 to 2 tablespoons of what's left over here every day to give your body that extra support. I mean, just think about what all these plants essences are going to do for my microbiome, just my gut alone. And given that 75 to 85% of your immune system lives mouth to bum, that, I mean, just think of the intense impact you can have just by giving the microbiome and your immune system at the gut level some extra support throughout a very challenging time of the year. This is such an easy way to do things. There. And then I'll take all this leftovers and we'll put it in the recycle bin. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Okay, so the next step, we're gonna take this beautiful elixir. Oh my God, it's just bright red. Let's see, or kind of like almost like rhubarb's kind of look. It's really nice. I'm gonna take a couple of, I got a peppercorn here that got through. A little bit of the cheesecloth seems to have come through. So you get that out. So now what you're gonna do, I'll show you here. We're going to take, I got some organic runny honey. Now it's best to get honey, if you can, get it from somebody local, because your body responds to, well, your body is growing up in the same environment that food is growing up in. So you can imagine it's just more in alignment with what your body really needs. I mean, but if you can't, and I wasn't able to get any honey this week, but I'll probably get some next weekend at the farmer's market for my next batch. But for this one, I'm going to take about, I mean, this is, you can measure it out actually. It's probably, let me just guesstimate here. So that's about a cup here. Yeah. So there's about 2.5 cups of fluid is what I estimate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use about that much honey. And the reason I'm going to do as much, I'm trying to get all these little pieces out of my, oh my. The reason I'm going to do as much is because we want it to be a true OXYMEL, which is a vinegar, honey, ancient Greek type of tonic. The difference with this tonic is just based on the herbs and other plant material that we put in it. So it could be different for different seasons. And so what we want to do is, if I want this to maybe be able to sit out on my counter for months at a time while I'm going through it, instead of having it in the fridge, you want about the same amount of honey. Because honey, it takes a long time to go bad. Well, it just pretty much won't. It may, because it's going to be mixed with some vegetable material, but it's going to last a long time. If you think you're going to go through it because you have multiple family members using it, you don't have to use quite as much honey. You could maybe use maybe a half of the amount and still have a really nice tasting tonic. But I'm going to use the same amount in here. So that's almost this entire, this is what, 35 ounces? So I'd say it's pretty close to this entire container of honey. And then what I'm going to do is take 1 to 2 tablespoons of that, either mix it with some hot water like a tea every day. I'm trying to do that in the morning, but at least sometime during the day. And I can do it any time of the day, really, because there's no caffeine in it, so it's not going to interfere with my sleep. That little bit of sugar probably wouldn't be as big an issue unless you're diabetic, so be careful there. But I'm just going to free do it here. Because I've done these before, I know what kind of flavor I'm really looking for, and consistency. It's not going to be thick like a regular thick syrup. And once I get the honey in, like guess I could have taken the lid off. I'm going to stir it until it dissolves. I mean, think about this, guys. You could take several jars and make like 4 or 5 of these jars and have them brewing in time for gifts for Thanksgiving or even Christmas for loved ones. You know, what a wonderful way to support their health, saying I love you with a tonic like this. These OXYMELs are truly a magnificent way to support your body to be healthy and those around you that you love. All right, that's looking pretty good. This is a nice tasting honey. All right, so now I'm just gonna, a lot of it's on the bottom, and I'm just gonna try and nicely mix it together. Oh, I'm excited. Now, because there's some jalapeno in here and horseradish and lots of hot stuff, peppercorns, I mean, really, truly, it's all hot. You might want to not just do 2 tablespoons or even 1 tablespoon raw like that. It depends on your tolerance, what your taste buds are used to. You can get used to it. I don't mind it, but it does taste nice as a tea. You could add other things to it for a tea, like if you wanted to put, you know, like a sweeter, like a peppermint or something like that in there, you could. Not sure how great that would taste, but you could have like a, you know, any kind of tea really with it. I like it just with hot water. And then you just drink it down. And that's it. So it ends up being quite liquidy. Nothing wrong with that. It's well preserved. It's got lots of honey now in it. I'm just going to keep stirring that. So I invite you to do the same thing. This is a great choice to support your immune system during a time when, like I said, not only does the weather change and your body's under the stress of different temperatures, it has to do more work to keep you at a good temperature, a healthy temperature, and you're in and outside maybe not as frequently as you were in the summertime, in the warmer months, and you're going to spend more time inside around a lot of less clean air, believe it or not, in most cases. And the sunlight is different this time of year. You're going to be exposed to less duration of sun and different wavelengths, actually. You're no longer going to have the UVB rays that help your skin create vitamin D from cholesterol. So there's a lot of changes that happen that are natural, and your immune system is very much under a lot of assault at this time. Giving it this extra support with all the really beautiful medicinal ingredients in these types of herbs and other plants, I mean, with a bit of honey, is a spectacular food forward way to really go through the wintertime with a lot more resilience with your immune system. It's just a super choice. I hope that's really helpful, and it's been fun making it. Take care. Bye.